I'm Nancy, 62.
Sitting here on the porch of our new home, surrounded by the laughter of my grandchildren and the gentle chime of the wind David brought, I can't help but reflect on how far we've come. It all started with that fateful dinner at the restaurant, a night that shattered my heart and changed everything. My son, Ryan, had always been the light of my life. After my husband passed away when Ryan was just 14, I worked 3 jobs to put him through college. He became a successful software engineer, and I was so proud of him. Then he met Lily, and at first I thought she was the perfect match for him. But as time went on, I started to notice a change in Ryan. He became distant, and our conversations grew shorter. It was my birthday, and Ryan called to invite me to a fancy French restaurant. I was over the moon. I spent hours getting ready, putting on my favorite dress and the diamond earrings my husband had given me on our 20th anniversary. When I arrived at the restaurant, the tension was palpable. Lily barely acknowledged my presence, constantly scrolling through her phone. Ryan seemed nervous, checking his watch every few minutes. I tried to make small talk, asking about my grandchildren, Ava and Ethan. Lily snapped at me, saying they were fine and that I didn't need to worry. I persisted, saying I had brought a small gift for Ava's upcoming birthday. That's when Lily lost it. She looked at me with cold, angry eyes and said, "Ava has too many toys. She doesn't need your cheap presents." Ryan shifted uncomfortably in his seat, but he didn't say anything. Lily continued her tirade, accusing me of being a controlling mother and saying that Ryan had needed therapy because of me. I was stunned. I had no idea Ryan had ever been in therapy. I looked at him, hurt and confused, but he wouldn't meet my eyes. Just then, the waiter arrived with our food. Lily stood up, grabbed my plate of steak, and threw it on the floor. "You shouldn't have come," she screamed. The entire restaurant fell silent, and all eyes were on us. I felt so small and humiliated. I pleaded with Ryan to say something, but he just sat there, silent and ashamed. I grabbed my purse and left the restaurant, tears streaming down my face. I drove home in a daze, feeling like my world had just fallen apart. That night, I sat in my husband's old armchair, surrounded by memories, trying to understand what had gone wrong. The next day, I made a decision. I called my lawyer, Mark. I had been the silent force behind my husband's construction company for years. After his death, I took over and turned it into one of the most successful firms in the state. I had always lived simply, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. But I had also kept a secret from Ryan and Lily. The beautiful house they lived in was actually mine. I had bought it 5 years ago when Ryan mentioned wanting to move to that neighborhood, but couldn't afford it. I offered to help, but he refused, so I bought it through my company and arranged for them to buy it at a discounted price. They thought they had gotten a great deal, but in reality, I still held the deed. Mark prepared a letter for Lily, informing her that the credit card she had been using, which she thought was linked to Ryan's account, was actually being supplemented by me. Every month, when she maxed it out on designer clothes and spa treatments, it was my money covering the difference. A few days later, Ryan called me, furious. He said Lily had received the letter and that I was trying to control them. I calmly explained everything to him, including the truth about the house. He was in shock. He couldn't believe I had kept all these secrets from him. He came over to my house, demanding proof. I showed him the documents, the deed to the house, and the bank statements.
He was speechless.
He finally realized that Lily had been manipulating him and that I had been trying to help all along. But Lily wasn't going to give up easily. She showed up at my house with Ryan, her face red with anger. She accused me of playing games and trying to ruin their marriage. Ryan was torn. He loved Lily, but he also knew the truth. I sat them down and told them everything. I told them about the affair Lily had had 3 years ago, which I had found out about from my friend. I also showed them the evidence of her financial misconduct. Ryan was devastated. He finally saw Lily for who she really was. He decided to hire a private investigator, and what they found was even worse. Lily had been stealing money from their joint account for years, transferring it to a secret offshore account. She had also been planning to leave Ryan and take the children with her. Ryan filed for divorce, and the legal battle began. Lily fought for everything: custody of the children, alimony, and the house. But the evidence was overwhelming. The financial records clearly showed her theft, and the private investigator had found more evidence of her affairs. During this difficult time, Ryan and the children moved in with me. The house, which had once felt so empty, was now filled with life and laughter. Ava and Ethan were so happy to be with me, and I loved having them around. As the divorce proceedings dragged on, I decided it was time to step out of the shadows. I announced to the business world that I was the CEO of the construction company. The news caused quite a stir, but I was proud of what I had accomplished. One cold December morning, Ryan came into the kitchen with a strange look on his face. He held up an envelope. "It's from Lily's lawyer," he said. I felt my heart skip a beat. He opened the envelope and read the contents. His eyes widened in disbelief. "She's dropping the custody fight," he said. "She's agreed to supervised visitation only once a month." We later found out that Lily had been living with another man in California for the past few months. She was willing to sign over all parental rights in exchange for a lump sum payment and an agreement that Ryan wouldn't press criminal charges. Ryan was conflicted. Part of him wanted to see her face the consequences, but another part just wanted this to be over for the sake of the children. In the end, Ryan chose peace. The settlement was finalized, and he got full custody of the children. We sold the house they had shared, and Ryan put the money in a trust for Ava and Ethan's education. We found a new home, a beautiful house with a large yard close to the children's school and my office. Ryan insisted on paying half of the mortgage using his savings. He said it was about partnership and we were building a new life together. As I sit here on the porch, looking at the stars, I feel a sense of peace and gratitude. The past few months have been filled with pain and heartbreak, but they have also brought us closer together. I've learned that real family is built on love, honesty, and trust. And I'm ready for whatever the future holds.